SEC case. We're going to give you everything you need to know about what's going to happen with XRP without this case, with this case, all of it. It's incredibly important. You shouldn't only just watch this if you are an XRP holder, but you should also watch this if you are in crypto in general, you like crypto, because again, I'm not an attorney, but we talk a lot about case law. We talk about a lot about case law, how case law impacts future cases. How do I know this? Well, I had a real estate lawsuit I had to file and I had to deal with because people I bought the house from, not this house, the house before, they didn't disclose a bunch of permits and things that they did. So I did a lot of the legwork myself. And I was able to hire an attorney who took the case pro bono. And we used old case law to win and get these people to settle and pay us, because the amount of damage that was caused to the house was absolutely ridiculous. So that's my little expertise. And I was very, 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 I pushed through. It was absolutely crazy though. It was freaking crazy. So if you're going to buy a house, make sure you don't just hire an inspector, pull permits, especially in California or Los Angeles County, and have an expert like a plumber, a roofer, all that stuff analyze. Anyways, the reason why this case is so important is whatever like right now, XRP is not a security on the secondary market, but that may change. We're going to go ahead. We're going to cover all of the details. And this is going to impact the rest of the industry. Right now in America, when it comes to crypto, we're kind of in this standstill. And that basically means like we don't have regulation what companies can do. People, the SEC claims that people can go in and register, but you really can't. And this is going to impact all other companies because, again, there's still current ongoing cases like with Coinbase and Kraken and all that stuff, not because they did anything wrong, but because the SEC is alleging that there is going to be, that they're selling unregistered securities. Solana, Cardano, many, many, many coins. And yesterday it was announced that the Division Enforcement Director of the SEC, he's stepping down or going to be replaced, and we have someone new coming in. And I did a video on that for you guys yesterday as well. Go back and watch it. I think we might cover it a little bit today, but let's go ahead and get into the XRP, or to the attack on crypto, the continued attack on crypto. And again, the deadline to appeal was October 7th. So I'm surprised the SEC appealed it this early. Really, really, really am. And again, when we look at, because also it's election season, that's another important fact to look at or pay attention to. The fact that the one administration is very bullish on crypto, has mentioned Bitcoin, and said that they were going to do certain things, Bitcoin strategic reserve. I know Ro Khanna came out yesterday or the day before and said, we were going to do Bitcoin strategic reserve. Cool, great, fine. But you're not the president. We have an actual presidential candidate saying that. In addition, Harris said blockchain. Not Bitcoin, not crypto. Two completely separate things. When you talk about crypto and Bitcoin, that is public, it is decentralized, it is transparent. Blockchain can be private. Look at JP Morgan's coin. CBDCs. So we're at a very crucial time right now. Do what works best for you and your families, but let's go ahead and get into it. Go through all the news because we got quite a bit. And we'll talk about price action in a little bit because we're downtober. So, breaking. SEC has filed notice of appeal of George Torres' ruling. And this is from Phelan, who's been covering the XRP case very, very much so. So, let's go ahead and recap what's happening. 2020, the SEC sued Ripple. They claim Ripple's sale of XRP violated securities laws, as the asset is unregistered security and that the firm bought in over 1.3 billion via unregistered security sales. 2023, July. Judge Torres, who was overseeing the case, determined that only Ripple's institutional sales of XRP violated securities laws, not programmatic sales to retail. The latest. SEC filed a notice of appeal against Judge Torres' rulings regarding XRP not being a security on the secondary market, and they're going to be challenging the decision. SEC argues that decision contradicts established securities laws and Supreme Court precedents. The SEC said they look forward to making their case to the Second Circuit. If XRP is a security on the secondary market, they're going to say all crypto assets are securities on the secondary market. And I think the reason why they chose to go after XRP is because Ripple is because they're such a massive company. They're going to use that for case law to go after every other company that is in business in America. So that's why we see countries like Dubai, El Salvador, Hong Kong, Singapore. They're essentially challenging the United States of America. Come here, better over here. Now even India, but India goes back and forth. So that being said, we're at a very important place. If you're holding crypto, you really, 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 really need to consider what's happening. Why is the market down? This could be another reason why the market's down. And again, price does not equate to utility, but this is bearish news for the entire industry. And if you're not concerned, I don't know what to tell you. I'm concerned. I think this is scary. Like, it's really, really scary. I hope that, and again, I know in my personal opinion, I think we are in the bull market. And I think we're going to see a run no matter who gets elected. And it'll be if one party gets elected, it'll be the last one. If the pro crypto party gets elected, we might have another one after this. That's just my personal opinion. To each their own. Hear what I say, listen to yourself. So this is Stuart Alroy, who is the CLO of Ripple, the attorney. He says the SEC's decision to appeal is disappointing, but not surprising. This just prolongs what is already a complete embarrassment for the agency. The court already rejected the SEC's suggestion that Ripple acted recklessly and there are no allegations of fraud. And of course, there was no victims or losses. And again, they're talking about institutional sales. So Ripple was going to pay a fine for that. But again, the SEC is so concerned with protecting retail. If XRP is not a security on the secondary market, no one in retail got hurt. And I just don't see how anyone in retail got hurt when these exchanges did not promise you gains. And the way Brad Garlinghouse and the rest of the folks that work at Ripple have conducted themselves on the internet, I haven't seen them once promise gains to anyone. And that's another reason why we're very careful what we say on this channel. We don't promise gains to anyone. If anything, I promise you losses. I tell you, I'm like, you're probably going to lose money. Be careful. You can't promise that people are going to make money. The safest way to make money in crypto, in my personal opinion, could be Bitcoin, but there's still risks associated with that depending on what you do. Garlinghouse said they will fight in court as long as they need. Let's be clear, XRP status as a non-security, and this is from Mr. Brad, is the law of the land today, and that does not change even the fact of misguided and infuriating appeal. Again, this is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And the thing is, though, is I understand the SEC. I understand their game plan, what they're trying to do. They want to say, they're trying to play things smart and basically take down the entire industry with this appeal and with fighting. And again, if we get a certain administration that wins, it could get even worse. I'm going to give you guys a timeline of the XRP lawsuit, the Ripple lawsuit. I'll give that to you. We're getting there next. But this should be worrying to you, whether you like Cardano, ADA, Ethereum, whatever it is. This should be very worrying to you. And exactly what Kenny said. This is taxpayer dollars. The SEC, the government, public servants, private entities the government uses, contractors, bureaucrats, they use our taxpayer dollars. We have Helen happening. We have poverty happening. We have mass amount of credit card debt because people are putting basic necessities on credit cards. And this is what our government is focused on doing. And I understand there's different branches, but when is enough enough? They want to use AI to Newsom wants to regulate AI and not allow for any type of political parodies because it could interfere with election outcomes. But why don't we just use AI? But AI is okay for everything else, to take jobs away from people, because that's exactly what happened when we instituted the $20 per hour for fast food workers, is what happened. The fast food restaurants I go to, like sometimes I'll go to Popeyes, I'll get the blackened chicken when I'm out running around. You know, it's a semi-healthy, healthier thing. Or I'm really naughty. I love to go to Jack in the Box. And y'all know I love my Chick-fil-A on the weekend. But the Popeyes I go to, automated. There's one person working in there. Same with Del Taco. And I don't think Jack in the Box yet. I would love to see AI automate public servants' jobs for them. We don't need them, or cut out inefficiencies. But that will never happen. Those people will keep their jobs, but we'll lose our jobs, right? Yes, I know it's GMO food. Listen, okay? I know I'm chubby right now, but I need a treat every once in a while. Leave me and my mom arms alone. Actually, this is more muscle because from when I box, I have to keep little chunky over here, just in case I got pow. So make sure you guys smash the like and share. This is a very important video. All right, let's get into the timeline. Okay. And also too, Bitwise applied for a, thank you, Callie, I appreciate it. XRP applied for a, Ripple applied for a XRP ETF, etc. So let's get into the timeline of the XRP debacle. And again, if the SEC goes after any other crypto company the way they did for Ripple, forget it. Look at Ripple's XRP's price action. So this is Mr. Fred. He's an attorney, litigator, trial lawyer, counselor, all kinds of stuff. Not my attorney, anything. But he gave a timeline. He says, this is for the XRP holders. Here is the SEC versus Ripple appellate timeline. 1, SEC brief due December 2nd, 2024. Likely due. What is well, somebody says, I'm not European. Well, actually, I am European. I'm sorry. It depends. Like, this is the thing. When you're talking about Italians and Sicilians, they're like their own thing. And anyways, doesn't matter. What am I going to do with my XRP? I don't have a lot of XRP. I don't really care what happens to it price-wise. However, I care about my other bags and I care about the entire crypto industry. So that's why we talk about it all the time. I'm not Canadian. I have a lot of friends from Canada. Strangely enough, you know, it's really interesting. There's a lot of, like, from the 90s, there's a lot of like Playboy models, actresses, all kinds of stuff that actually came from Canada to LA, and they did really well for themselves. I'm friends with a couple of them. It's cuckoo. It's interesting. But shout out to Canada. Oh, Canada. All right, let's finish going over this. So December 2nd, 2024, the SEC will likely seek permissible 30-day extension. So it will be due shortly after January 1st, 2025. Damn right. 2, Ripple will cross appeal. Its opening brief will be due around the same time. So Ripple is going to appeal. We already know that. The opposition briefs will be due around February 2nd, 2025. Ripple will likely take its extension, taking it to 3/2/2025. So Ripple's probably going to drag this out. And I think one of the reasons why they will drag this out is because hopefully we get a brand new administration and they do something to help. Reply briefs will be due end of March. An oral argument will be scheduled sometime September or October 2025. Yikes. A ruling will be handed down from the Second Circuit in January 2026 at the earliest, likely March, April, or through April. So basically, this case, this Ripple versus SEC, it could last a year and a half. Basically to, what did they say? April of 2026. Yikes. I think Ripple spent like $300 million. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yikes, guys, that's crazy. This is not good. It's bad for the entire industry, not just Ripple. What is my plan for Ripple? For XRP if I was holding XRP? Well, I make moon bags of things. When I hold things long terms, I like to make moon bags. Just in case. I did it with Matic. I did it with Gala. So many other coins. Solana. I have some new spot Solana, but some from like 2021, I believe. We made moon bags and stuff. So I just like to do spot stuff just in case something happens. Or moon bags just in case something happens. That's what I do. But yeah, so basically the appeal is it's going to keep getting delayed because they're going to ask for extensions, and they're probably going to get a final outcome in a year and a half, about April 2026. That is what Mr. Fred, attorney, said. And I wouldn't be surprised if something like this happens just because it's taken so long. This person, Crypto Native, said Holy moly. Can new Congress make laws and make all this go away? Fred, the attorney, says yes. Wow. So yeah, if this XRP decision, this Ripple decision, really is up to Congress at this time, at this point. If we don't get a brand new administration or a change in Congress, forget it. All of crypto is going away in America. Is that a little bit extreme? Yeah. Is it going to happen? Possibly, especially when you're talking about a CBDC and all the other crazy things that are happening right now, which, I can't get into too much. So this is unfortunate news. I'm upset about it. I'm upset for the XRP community. I'm upset for the entire crypto industry. I don't want to move out of the United States. I want to stay here. I love being an American. America is awesome. I love how diverse we are. Absolutely love it. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if crypto gets banned in America, I'm gone. Me and Lo, peace. Because they're going to keep attacking, and they're using our taxpayer dollars to attack. They will keep attacking. That's just my opinion, though. But what do I know? Right? So there's that. It's very unfortunate news. But good news in other countries. Shout out to El Salvador, because listen to this. Well, this is Brazil. Ripple expands Latin America reach with payments launched in Brazil via Mercado Bitcoin. So they've launched their payment solution in Brazil, allowing crypto exchange Mercado Bitcoin to use the tech first. So Ripple is doing business overseas. They're going to be moving some of their offices to Dubai, to the UAE. They got a special license there early, I think last week. What does that mean? That means that these crypto companies, they're going elsewhere. They're going where they're welcome. Mark Moss is a good friend of mine. And one of the things that and I don't really pay attention to too many people because I like to really focus on myself and my thoughts. But one thing that he said to me, and he says on his channel, or used to all the time, he said, go where you're treated best. And that's exactly what Ripple's doing. That's exactly what a lot of these crypto companies are doing. They have a little bit of presence in the USA, but they're expanding elsewhere because of this. And I don't blame them. I would too. I'm a business owner. I would too. All right. Before we talk about the CFTC and the SEC and the changes and all kinds of the cuckoo-ness happening, let's go ahead and talk about some price action, because I thought we're supposed to be October. Everything's going to the moon. Have time to average down my moon bag? Yeah, you definitely can. Definitely can. All right, let's get into the price action. What's going on with the price action? And we're going to do a meme coin stream for you guys on Sunday. If you guys have been following some of the picks we've been investing in ourselves, probably doing well. Okay. So this is Crypto Bubbles. This is the daily. Big yikes. Big sad. Big sad. Not big yikes, but PP down 12%. Bonk 9.5. ENA. So market's in a bit of a downtrend right now. Beam, Phantom, everything's down. Floki's down. It's all down. Now let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is also down. Hex is up 41.8%. Shout out to the Hexicans. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading at $60,000. We broke below my target. I thought we were going to rebound. And you know what? I did a little wrong. A little bit wrong. So I thought we were going to, bounce here at 62.4. Hold on, I got to mute this. It's going cuckoo. Okay. So I thought we were going to hold at 62.3 and go back up. We didn't. Right now, it is looking on the weekly like we may continue to fall to about 57, 60,000. Well, no, 57, excuse me, 57, maybe 53. Taking a look at the daily. Daily's really, really holding on to support here at about 60, but it looks a little high to me. And on the 4 hour, the bulls are really trying to push price up hard. So we'll see what happens right now. But right now we need to see us sustain above 60. I would be watching 59 and 57 right now. That's what I'd be looking at. Ethereum fell below $2,500 support, which is important area. And Solana, 135. 135. So I'm going to be watching closer to this area, about 130 to 120. And I want to dump like 10 grand in to Solana and just hold it and see what happens as an experiment. I've dumped 10 grand into worse. I like Solana, though. I hold it. I'm trying to see what else. SUI had a bit of a pullback. That's why I told you guys to be careful with that. We're holding on to support at 160 over here. I would also keep an eye on 151 and 142 just in case. Just in case. Now let's talk about what's going on at the SEC. So the SEC Enforcement Director, Grell, is leaving the agency. Deputy Director Sanjay will take over for Grell, acting as an enforcement chief. We covered this yesterday. And this is the most important part, is under Grell's leadership, they authorized 3 years. They authorized 2,400 enforcement matters, leading to $20 billion in disgorgement civil penalties, and handed over $1 billion in awards to whistleblowers. That's kind of a lot. But basically, he authorized more than 100 enforcement actions addressing noncompliance in quickly growing crypto space, including against operators of largest crypto asset trading platform in the world and the operator of the largest crypto asset trading platform in the United States for depriving investors of crucial protection. So he's probably talking about XRP, or excuse me, he's talking about, who's he talking about over here? CZ, of course, because, you know, CZ is terrible, right? And then the largest one in the United States was Coinbase. Is that really something to be proud about? So they're like, we're proud because you went after CZ. We're proud because you went after Coinbase. Get out of here. No mention of FTX or Sam Bankman-Fried. Cool. Now, Coinbase pushes CFTC for docs to defend itself against the SEC. Basically, Coinbase filed a motion to force the FTC to release communications with issuers of 12 tokens that the SEC claims are unregistered securities. In its filing against Coinbase, the SEC claimed 13 tokens are unregistered securities: Solana, ADA, Matic, File, Sand, Axie, Chiliz, Flow, ICP, Near, VGX, of course, that one makes sense, dash Nexo. Nexo maybe. Coinbase believes the information is critical for defending itself against the SEC lawsuit. CFTC has refused previous subpoenas from Coinbase, citing overbreadth, burden, and privilege concerns. I don't think so. I think that this is important information that they deserve to have. Coinbase argues the CFTC refusal is unjustified and that the information could clarify the regulator's scope between the SEC and CFTC, and the SEC sued Coinbase in 2023, alleging it sold unregistered securities, which we just kind of touched on. Should the CFTC give these documents? Yes. Will they give the documents? I have no idea. They're gonna follow the law. They're gonna do what their attorneys tell them to do, and that's that. That's that. It's unfortunate, though, because it would be nice to understand why they went after those specific assets when there's tens of thousands of cryptos. But we'll have to see. And again, you guys, smash a like, drop a comment, all of that. But again, just really, really upsetting to see all of this happen. Now let's talk about Ethereum. Vitalik supports lowering Ethereum's solo staking requirement. Okay, what does he mean? So right now, to stake Ethereum yourself, 32 ETH. And he says that he wants to do this to increase participation in decentralization. I agree. I think this would be a good thing because the more stakers you have, the more decentralized it is. Solo stakers enhance Ethereum security and help defend against 51% attacks. To do this, a temporary solution is to increase bandwidth requirements to allow reduction in the staking deposit from 16 to 24. Long-term goal is to reduce requirement to 1 ETH, which I think would be absolutely amazing. I like this. This is good. I like this, Vitalik. Bravo. Also, too, regarding Ethereum, there's a little bit of FUD. An ICO whale offloads another 47 million. Good for them. Profit taking. Next is Grayscale's rolling out a AAVE trust. So maybe we'll see a ETF with that. AAVE, if you don't know what it is absolutely crucial for DeFi and just like Compound. And now let's get into some interesting stories here from Franklin Templeton. Wall Street giant Titan Templeton adds Aptos to digital fund network. This is bullish for Aptos. Shout out to Aptos. FOBX, FOBXX, is first U.S. registered fund utilizing public blockchains for transaction processing and share of ownership. They've already integrated Avalanche, Arbitrum, Stellar, and Polygon. Let's take a look at Aptos price-wise. We haven't done that in a while. Okay. What is it trading at? $8.24. Okay. Okay. This actually looks like it might be gearing up again to pump. So maybe I might look into this a bit. We'll see. The unlocks for this are important. Should we sell your crypto? Don't just do that blindly. So shout out to Franklin Templeton. This one is important. Franklin Templeton submits Bitcoin Ethereum Index ETF proposal to the SEC. They want to offer combined exposure, which makes sense. It's going to consist of Bitcoin, Ethereum, cash, and short-term instruments managed by BNY Mellon and Coinbase custody, and will reflect the performance of index based on CF institutional digital asset, and the ETF will not engage in staking or income generation from its holdings. Cool. Well, it looks like we've got TradFi that's making head waves, and everything else is just a absolute hot mess. Anyways, that's the show for today. The important stuff is all going to be in the front with XRP. We're in Downtober right now, which is okay. Just be patient. I got to get going. I've got some media I got to make. I got to go to Costco today. I got to get some delicious stuff. But I'm sending you guys love and light. And I'll catch up with you guys. I'll post any updated media for you. And then I'm actually going to post a very interesting media piece at 3 p.m. PST. So check it out. Bye. Bye, guys.